Our ladies here got the moves. They got the moves. So, we're back. I am in pain, but it's a good pain. It's the sore muscles, I've been to the gym extensively pain. It's amazing, but still painful, obviously. But I can't. It's good, it's good. Love to see it. Anyway, so. We're back with Mass Effect, and we are about to commit some mutiny and treason. Right? Not with our dance moves, but with what we're about to do. And funny thing though, I want to cover briefly because I saw a post today on X. X is always funny because you're just gonna see the absolute lowest forms of humans and the sort of highest forms all come together on X, and everyone has the same sort of power to speak, and it shows. It shows very often. Especially today, there was a post of a guy who was very proud of his wife, Japanese, I believe, or Asian, and by showing that he got up early in the morning to go to work, and she had already prepared food for him, and I don't know, something else, a bunch of things for him to take with him to work. He was just very proud of that, showcasing that how great his wife is for doing this. So there was no sort of that any woman has to do this. There was no, this is the exact way to do it. It was just, he was just showcasing this in his video, right? That this is what he just enjoys his wife doing for him, right? And you can imagine how the comments looked like. Lots of ugly, fat, blue-haired women came along. And with all the buzzwords they have, right? Oppression and equality and slavery and all these kind of things. When she literally is just doing that, apparently because she loves him and she just loves to do that. And you see this often when the woman actually was raised properly, didn't fall for the propaganda, and actually loves her husband, she tends to do these things naturally, right? And actually, I made the mistake of commenting under that and said all the women in the comments are telling on themselves, is what I said. And because they cannot fathom, even slightly, that a woman could do this for a husband and enjoy that. Because if they would do this, it would short circuit their brain, like these women commenting. And then we need to study what we did to modern women. That was my post. About 1,000 likes. And about 20 or 30 comments, so the ratio is telling. 20 or 30 comments of people calling me all sorts of things. That I don't want a wife, I want a mother, and the time of mothering for men is over, and all this kind of bullshit. And I was just thinking, that's funny, because I see everywhere online, I see guys posting that they are done with women, that they are not engaging in any sort of dating anymore because they couldn't be bothered because of exactly what these ladies are saying. And they're sitting there with their entitlement, acting like they deserve so much better, when every guy is just thinking like, I would never marry you in 1,000 years. Or like, how do you get to this absolute delusional place? Is what I wonder. Like, there's one thing to have an opinion that is controversial or strong, but there's another thing to be completely delusional about reality. Kind of crazy, but anyway, enough of that shit. But I like this. It's very funny on X. I enjoy it. This is why I enjoy X mostly. You can't really take it too seriously because then it might be depressing. But if you look at it from this angle, it's kind of funny. So why is my camera has been dropping down a little, huh? Anyway, so we're ready, Anderson.
You ready to get the hell off this station, Commander?
Yes, I can't do anything more. I think I've been whatever.
Let's do it. I'll take care of the lockdown. You get down to the Normandy and tell Joker to stand by.
A man of action. I like it. All right. Gonna miss the music, but that's what it is. Can we even go there from here? Docking bay? Well, shit. I guess we can't, huh? Feels bad. There's no fast transit to the docking bay. That sucks. Alright. We'll have to walk, I guess. It's not that far, I believe. That took a while. That's CSEC Academy. That's not where we want to go. Oh, it's Presidium, right? Where we need to go. If I'm not mistaken. Sheet!
No blood for aliens.
Yeah. Relax. America first, basically. But not that way. Oh, it's the alleyway that leads somewhere else. There it is, elevator, huh?
With all this exploration of Prothean culture, this must be like a survey for you, LIARA.
Our travels now are somewhat different from my normal excavations. I would prefer lengthier studies and fewer explosions.
What do you mean? Explosions form the character.
Most of the technology I had hoped to bring back to the flotilla has subsequently attempted to kill us.
Well. Feels bad, I guess. Let's get another keeper. That's a lot of money you get from this, though. I mean, I'm sitting on so much money. I haven't bought anything. But, oh well.
What do you say we head down to Cora's den after shift?
Sounds good. Some of the others are going for Anovios for welding.
That's the right way, isn't it?
Your biotic skill is extremely impressive, Dr. Tassoni. Is that typical among Asari?
While the Asari have natural biotic abilities, not all have the desire to learn to use their abilities effectively.
What does that mean?
And the Asari are the most advanced race on the Council. I wonder if all Citadel races will eventually be natural biotics.
Huh. Interesting point you're making there. Although I'm not sure it works like this. Well, I guess if the Asari teach them how to do it, maybe. Am I even going the right way? This looks much better. What? No. Where's the docking bay? It's the tower. Console chambers. How the F? I'm confused. How do I get to my ship? Ah, that's probably not it. Is it? Embassy Lounge? How in the... Yes, but I first have to go to the ship. How do I get to my ship? Oh, what? I'm so confused. It's not in a tower, is it? Is it in the walls? I thought it was here somewhere. Apparently not. Because isn't this where we came from initially? After we got off our ship. No, this is you guys over here. Okay. Shouldn't it say docking bay or something anywhere? Somewhere, anywhere? I don't know. Nah. What the? I still hate that some doors you have to open and some open on its own. That's still triggering me. For no reason. It's Academy. How do I get to my ship? We're at the flux. I don't know, man. Just ran all that way for nothing. How am I getting lost in here? I went this way, that's not it. Presidium. Seasec Academy. That's not it either, is it? Actually, it might be. Maybe, I don't know.
I cannot help but notice that you are attracting some unfriendly stares, Tally.
Many think less of Quarians for traveling in the flotilla and for creating the Geth. They see us as scavengers, little better than
Gypsies, I guess.
That is an ignorant opinion. Quarian explorers have uncovered more mass relays than any other race.
I am glad that some still remember the contributions my people have made.
Pretty good, yeah. Yeah, that is the place, isn't it? Yeah, now it's down here, isn't it? Docking Bay.
Alliance officials have raided a dangerous cult controlled by a former Alliance officer, Major Kyle. Major Kyle and his cultists refused to surrender and were killed in the resulting firefight.
Okay. Sure. Let's get me my ship. Enough of this.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination
in
Anderson, what are you doing here? I didn't send.
Damn! That works. That's one way to do it.
Get us out of here, Joker. Now.
He likes it, doesn't he? He's like, hell yeah. Alright. Guess we can't go back to the Citadel for the time being. I would assume. Yeah, Ilos, is it right? Use the Mu relay to go to Ilos.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, Ms. Al-Jalani's story on you just aired. She shouldn't have ambushed you like that, but you handled it pretty well.
Oh, Jelani, that lady.
We had differences of opinion, sir. I hope she at least believed my sincerity.
You handled yourself pretty well, Commander. She came across like a raving idiot. Just wanted to let you know what the response was back home. I won't keep you any longer. Fifth Fleet out.
Okay, that was it? Okay. It's called Widow. Interesting. Ilos. Pangaea expanse. Whatever. Refuge. Yes. Let's see what's going on.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, I'm glad you were in the area. We've got an emergency situation, and you're the only one I can trust to get the job done.
Who is this, by the way, sending that transmission?
How can I help, Admiral?
Biotic
Oh,
fanatics
okay.
have hit a medical research station with a psychotropic drug. The drugs have temporarily driven researchers crazy, and the biotics are effectively using them as human shields.
Huh. That's crazy.
I'll do everything within my power to bring those researchers back safely, Admiral.
I know you will, Commander. I'm sending you the station coordinates now. Fifth Fleet out.
Has an interesting voice, that guy. Fifth Fleet out. Agetoton. (510°C). Crazy. It's not a gas giant, so there's no surface temperature. And then we have Ilos. In the golden age of the Protheans, Ilos was a verdant world dotted with the spires and arches of magnificent cities. Even casual observation shows this is no longer the case. Ilos has been devastated by means unknown. Its entire surface changed to the color of rust. The atmosphere showers heightened levels of oxygen. Wildfires, presumably ignited by lightning strikes, can be seen burning on the dark side. This indicates that most, if not all, respirating animal life forms have died off. Surface gravity is comfortable 117 standard Gs. Huh. Alright then.
Shepard, may I speak with you?
Of course.
I was just thinking about you.
I have been thinking about you too, and what we are about to face. I do not know what is going to happen on Ilos. I hope we will stop Saren, of course, but part of me fears we are already too late. There is something I must tell you, in case we fail.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
These could be our last moments together. Our last chance to show each other how we feel. I want this to be special.
Yeah, this time I'm not gonna play the nice guy like we did last time. I just want to give her space, but if I learned one thing in my 12 years of relationships, or one relationship and others, usually it's better to just ask for it, right? And then she can still say no. So do I.
I want this, LIARA. I do. But are you sure you're ready?
I have never been more sure of anything
damn.
in my life. Will you join with me, Shepard? Let our bodies and minds unite.
Join with me. So we're romping, basically. What's the difference between these two? Yes, and I will. It's the same thing, isn't it?
Just tell me what to do.
There we go. About time. Oh, damn. Wait, can I even show this on stream? I didn't, by the way, didn't know at all. It looks like we can. If she even has the genitals for that. As a non-human. But apparently she does. That was quick, though.
By the gods,
Welcome.
That was incredible, Shepard.
That's what every man wants to hear right after it, right? Welcome, Sean. It was pretty quick, though. But I was actually hovering over my panic button to switch scenes. But apparently it was PG-13 still, huh? Mostly, except for the ass shot.
You were incredible.
5 minutes ETA to the Mu relay.
I had better go. Duty calls. You would not want to keep Joker waiting. Shepard, whatever happens on Ilos, I just wanted to say...
Establish a romantic relationship. Nice.
Thank you. For everything.
You're welcome, my lady. You're welcome. But this is what I was saying last time, right? I mean, before you go into an absolute suicide mission, of course you want to romp it up before that. Because you don't know if you get the chance again.
Commander? We've got company.
Have their sensors picked us up yet?
Stealth systems are engaged. Unless we get close enough for a visual, they won't have any idea we're here.
Picking up some strange readings from the planet's surface.
Take us down, Joker. Lock in on the coordinates.
Negative on that, Commander. The nearest landing zone's 2 clicks away.
We'll never make it in time on foot. Get us something closer.
There is nowhere closer. I've looked.
Relax.
Drop us in the Mako.
You need at least 100 meters of open terrain to pull off a drop like that. The most I can find near Saren is 20.
20 meters? We'll never get in close enough for a drop.
We have to try.
Find another landing zone.
This guy.
There is no other landing zone.
The descent angle's too steep.
It's our only option.
It's not an option. It's a suicide run. We don't...
I can do it.
Joker?
I can do it.
Gear up and head down to the Mako. Joker, drop us right on top of that bastard.
Damn. Damn, I'm gonna go with my team. I like those two. Joker is the legend, huh?
You two, keep moving inside now.
Damn, what a drop. Shit. A second too slow, huh?
We have to get inside this bunker before Saren finds the conduit. There is no way we're getting past that door with brute force.
Saren found a way to open it. There must be some kind of security override somewhere in this complex.
We will have to find some way to get it up and running again.
Alright, and I guess we're on a timer, I assume. Well, we're not, okay. Wait, why are we pulling our guns out? Oh, I see. Why is this so loud? That's better. Killing my ears here. That was some bad aim. What is this place even? Looks... I'm stuck. I can't move. There we go. Looks fancy. Oh boy. I did nothing. Okay, I can't even take one hit of these. I thought I can, maybe, but I cannot. Okay, good to know. Good to know. We've established that. That aim is bad. Come on! No scope. Easy no scope. Okay, so these big guys are a bit of a problem here. What is the weak spot? Is it the face? I did nothing, I feel like. I feel like, first of all, you an overload, you give me a singularity, and I go with assassination. I did some damage, but not the same. Oh, the singularity was moving there. I was just wondering, why are the things moving? And we got the first guy. Goodbye. Ah, that worked. Oh. Oh. Okay, I can't. Oh, yeah, I can't. Never mind. Why do I keep getting stuck in these? The hell? There's a marker on the map, but I can't go in there. Okay, I guess not. Whatever happened to this place? Who are you guys? Are you the Protheans? Maybe? I guess we have to go down, huh? But what's over here? Let's check that out first. Nothing, eh? Shit. Wait. Oh, I can't go down here, but there's... Okay, no, I am going the right way. And this way, okay. Good, we're good. Alright. Ooh, oh, there's some guys. I see. That sniper rifle is absolutely insane. This looks crazy. If you're watching this on the VOD, which goes out in like 2 weeks because I'm so behind on VODs, then it's gonna be 4K and look much better. But yeah, soon we're gonna have caught up the stream with the VODs. Soon TM. Oh, I hate these things. Hey, you guys got this. I cannot jump on this. Okay. What does this do? I like that the buttons are always the same, no matter where you are. Oh, it's just here? Oh, that was unnecessary. Mercenary aid. Okay, that's really all there is? Okay. Well, what a waste. Actually, let me check real fast. That's way worse. I mean, better shield, but... Reaper. The Russian ones are the best. Volkov. Volkov good. At least for now. I don't know if we get any better weapons later. Alright, is that the actual elevator this time? I also realized earlier, right, because we killed off Ashley last stream.
This place still has power. It must be running off its own generator.
This must be the command center for the entire complex. Saren's troops must have sealed the doors from here after he went inside. We will have to figure out how to disengage the security lockdown if we ever want to get inside that bunker.
Yep. That means we won't see her in the next 2 games either. Feels bad, huh? What can you do? Is that the... Oh, it's the Prime. Right. That Prime is truly a Prime. Oh, my guy died already. Bring him back. Am I not hitting him? What the hell? Repair station, I can't use that again. Cool. Skill too low. Great. What is this place?
I never dreamed I would actually find Ilos.
Why does this not work? Guys? What do I have to do? Click something else? First? Ah. Maybe here? I see.
Come, Saren already has a head start. We have to go find him before he reaches the conduit.
Unless he's already found it, then we're just walking into a trap.
That is a chance we will have to take.
Hold on. Something's happening.
Too late. Unable to... Invading fleets. No escape.
Sounds like some kind of message, but I don't recognize the language.
It is probably in Prothean. This recording must be 50,000 years old. No
Damn.
wonder we cannot understand it.
The message is all broken up, but I recognize some of the words. It's a warning against the Reaper invasion.
Of course. Between the beacons and the cipher, an understanding of the Prothean language would have been transferred into your mind.
Not safe. Seek refuge inside the archives.
What's it saying? Can you make out anything useful?
Fought Reapers. The Citadel. Overwhelmed. Only hope. Act of desperation. The conduit. All is lost.
All is lost. Feels bad.
It said something about the conduit, but it's too degraded to help. We should go.
Cannot be stopped. Cannot be stopped.
I mean, the fact that a transmission survived 50,000 years, that's better than what we have these days. Anything we have stored anywhere would be dead in 50,000 years, or like gone, right? So, pretty good, I would say. Oh, it works, huh? I see. All right. What are all these vines on the doors and stuff? It's basically just overgrown? Or what's it mean? Wait! Isn't this where we were earlier? Oh yeah, we just had to turn the thing off. Yeah, I see. I get it. We should now be all able to open the door?
We take the vehicle into the creepy underground bunker.
I like her. Creepy underworld bunker, yeah.
I have spent my life studying the Protheans, but I never dreamed I would discover anything like this. This bunker might have been the last refuge of their entire species. Just imagine what mysteries it might hold.
What?
Imagine what secrets it might reveal.
Hey, try to remember why we're here. Saren, Conduit, the fate of the entire known galaxy.
Well...
I am sorry. I was swept up in the moment. I just hope we have the opportunity to study this place in detail after this is done.
I thought Saren would have set some kind of trap or ambush for us. Must have been in too much of a hurry.
Or we just
there we go.
To run into it.
Sorry, I was kind of ruining the mood there. Yeah, I'm in quite all myself, obviously. So they basically try to escape from the Reapers in here. Like hide from them, like a atomic bunker kind of stuff. Which obviously didn't work, huh? Fancy. Oh wait, one sec. Yep. All right. Let's proceed.
What are all those things on the wall? Some kind of containers?
They look like stasis pods. The Protheans probably tried to...
Sorry, was it too fast? What? Bitch. Yeah, it reminds me of the Matrix a little bit. These pods. Oh, I didn't even see you guys. Goodbye. Pretty cool level design though, I must say. And of course it's just driving down the street, but it looks very cool.
What is happening?
It's a trap. Saren must have set an ambush.
I do not think Saren is behind this.
What do you mean? It's not necessarily a trap and we can't go through here. Oh, I see. That's the trap. Gotcha. Why do you think it's not Saren? Why do you say that? Username not taken 2K. Welcome back. And she's about to get real if I remember correctly. I mean, we are nearing the end, so I would assume.
I have studied the Protheans for decades, but I have never felt this sense of foreboding. What will we find down there?
It's the question.
Whatever it is, we should be careful.
I mean, shit already got real on the ship seconds ago when we sexed up LIARA. That worked. So let's see what's now happening.
You are not Prothean, but you are not machine either. This eventuality was one of many that was anticipated. This is why we sent our warning through the beacons.
Looks like some kind of VI program. Pretty badly damaged.
I do not sense the taint of indoctrination upon any of you. Unlike the other that passed recently. Perhaps there is still hope.
This is incredible. an actual Prothean VI, and I can understand it.
I have been monitoring your communications since you arrived at this facility. I have translated my output into a format you will
Large language model, I guess.
My name is Vigil. You are safe here for the moment, but that is likely to change. Soon, nowhere will be safe.
So that's a 50,000-year-old AI. It's interesting though what they said. There was one, basically they said one probability was that there would be another species that is neither the Reapers nor a machine that is coming there, which is us in this case. What are you?
Are you some kind of artificial intelligence program?
I am an advanced non-organic analysis system with personality imprints from Kesad Aishan, Chief Overseer of the Ilos Research Facility.
Why did you bring me here?
You must break a cycle that has continued for millions of years. But to stop it, you must understand, or you will make the same mistakes we did. The Citadel is the heart of your civilization and the seat of government, as it was with us, and as it has been with every civilization that came before us. But the Citadel is a trap. The station is actually an enormous mass relay, one that links to dark space, the empty void beyond the galaxy's horizon. When the Citadel relay is activated, the Reapers will pour through, and all you know will be destroyed.
Damn. Well, you just dropped that complete doom on us, just like that. Okay.
How do the Reapers survive out in dark space?
What is even dark space?
We have only theories. The researchers here came to believe the Reapers enter prolonged states of inactivity to conserve energy. This allows them to survive the thousands and thousands of years it takes for organic civilization to rebuild itself. But in this state, they are vulnerable. By retreating beyond the edges of the galaxy, they ensure no one will accidentally discover them. They keep their existence hidden until the Citadel relay is activated.
Okay, so I mean, we established this last time already. The cycle is basically, as I said last time, which is also true in the real world, right? That civilizations rise up into a certain pinnacle of their existence, and then they are extinguished. This is also what the Reaper said, the Sovereign Reaper guy thingy being. And then, but it seems like the Reapers are the ones responsible for doing that. So it's not a natural cycle. It's what they do. Because he said they hide in dark space. Deep space, dark space. Basically beyond the known galaxy, which would be... Like, this is the Milky Way galaxy, right? We've been in so far. So it's just beyond the Milky Way galaxy. Because the universe is much bigger than that, right? There's a gazillion other galaxies other than the Milky Way. So couldn't there be other beings that find the Reapers out there? Still interesting. So they basically sit outside there in standby mode until a species is strong enough again. But then what's the point of that? Like, what is the end goal of keeping that cycle running? One sec. Sorry, I just set something up. Okay, let's ask some more.
How come nobody ever noticed the Citadel was an inactive mass relay?
The Reapers are careful to keep the greatest secrets of the Citadel hidden. That is why they created a species of
the Keepers.
Organic caretakers. The Keepers maintain the station's most basic functions. They enable any species that discovers the Citadel to use it without fully understanding the technology. Reliance on the Keepers ensures no other species will ever discover the Citadel's true nature. Not until the relay is activated and the Reapers invade.
Okay, so basically we just blindly believed that the station which was run by the Keepers, that they are just good and benevolent. I mean, I guess the Keepers are there. They are just beings that work there, but like slaves. But I'm still lacking the overarching goal of this. Because, as I said, in real life, right, we know that Atlantis and Lemuria and all these civilizations, they fell, human civilizations, in the past because of misuse of human power, basically, right? It's not that there was some external force that forced us to kill ourselves and reset the whole cycle, even though these cycles are correct in the real world as well. But here we have an external force that is consistently rebooting the galaxy, basically. But for what? Is it just selfish greed, so no other species gain the power that they have? I mean, the Reaper was talking like that, to an extent, right? Can't get any more info here, okay.
The Reapers can wipe out the Council and the entire Citadel fleet in a single surprise attack.
That was our fate. Our leaders were dead before we even realized we were under attack. The Reapers seized control of the Citadel, and through it, the mass relays. Communication and transportation across our empire were crippled. Each star system was isolated, cut off from the others. Easy prey for the Reaper fleets. Over the next decades, the Reapers systematically obliterated our people. World by world, system by system.
Damn.
They methodically wiped us out.
That's crazy. You didn't surrender. What a stupid question. I don't want to start a big old tangent here, but how do you know Atlantis existed? It's well documented. Just have to read the right books. It's a dark, deep rabbit hole, obviously. We even know where it is, by the way. It still exists, like the ruins of it. But it's under the... I forgot which tectonic plate it is. But it is buried underneath that. Because the Earth obviously cracked when the Atlanteans did their forbidden things, so to speak. That was the reason why they died. Because the Earth cracked at that point and the whole thing sunk. And everything with them. And then the Earth crust sort of moved over it again over the many millennia. I would recommend, if you want to go down that rabbit hole, then the first book to start with, that doesn't cover that topic specifically, but it explains how we got to get to that knowledge in the first place. Do I have it here? Actually, I do. Sorry. Nope, that's not it. Wrong one. This one. You can see it, Between Death and Life by Dolores Cannon. And this is just one of many books that cover this topic, but this is the easiest, I think, to get into. And then at some point you will get to the other one of hers, which is Keepers of the Garden. That explains how we got here to be on Earth in the first place. And basically what happened is this, okay? I'm gonna make it short because she has like 17 books. I've read all of them. And but to make it short, she is a hypnotist, right? And she completely started not with any topics about aliens whatsoever. She started with just doing past life regressions, so to help people with their traumas and problems, right? You can believe in this or not, it's all fine, doesn't really matter. That's what she started with. And she developed a method in which she can get people into a very, very deep trance state, like hypnosis state, right? And she figured out that at some point she weren't actually talking to the people anymore, but to their subconscious. You could tell by how it was speaking to them in the third person, right? And all these kind of things. And this goes on and on. She did this for a bunch of years, just trying to help people, nothing crazy. But then at some point she actually realized, and you can read through this in the books yourself, that she got in contact with the higher beings behind all that, basically transcending dimensions. Now I know how this sounds, right? At first I was like, okay, that's just some bullshit. It was just some dude in his hypnosis state basically drugged out of his life, just saying some stories. But the creepy thing is, she did this with an entire life for 40 years, right? She did this with thousands of people all over the world that didn't know each other, and they all reported exactly the same things. For example, what happens after death? If there are aliens, what God is, who does exist, by the way, what we are, where we come from. They all reported the exact same things, but not word to word like something learned. It was in different words, but it was telling the same things. So at some point you could say, okay, is that coincidence? Or is it maybe a pattern that forms the truth? Right? And so then she went on to do this with a lot of people all over the world, and which is well documented, so it's not some bullshit. You can all look it up if you want to go down that rabbit hole, and I ask you to do it. Don't just believe what I say. Look it up yourself. And these books are crazy. It really fits with this. There's a lot about space, how space works, how the galaxies work, dimensions, faster than light travel, all these kind of things. It's all in there. Why we are not yet, for example, part of the galactic, of all the other aliens, why we don't have contact yet, all these kind of things. So that was crazy. And what sent me sort of on this trip to even look up on this was when I myself had an out-of-body experience about 10 years ago. 10 years? Roughly 10 years, something like that. Where I realized myself that there is more than just the physical. That sort of kickstarted my whole journey on figuring that out. Then I came across these books. And the crazy part is, ever since I've been reading these things and looking up on these things, and I've been studying this for like 10 years, and even the subconscious mind, how this all works, etc. Life has aligned itself in crazy ways for me. There have been so many coincidences, it can't be a coincidence anymore. But yeah, that's just my experience. So I highly recommend you look this up yourself and don't just buy anything from me blindly. And I mean this. Don't just believe what I say. Actually look it up yourself. But yeah, that's basically where this comes from. As I said, it's also well documented. You can actually even look up. You can ask the AI. Grok, for example. Or I would ask Grok because it's the most based one. Where Atlantis is and what happened to Atlantis and the Atlanteans, and if you want you can add by the teachings of Dolores Cannon, because then it actually is giving you the proper wisdom, or not, doesn't matter. But it's interesting. Very interesting. And the funny thing is that anything that is mentioned in there, the Bible is still correct. Because you would think, okay, you're talking about aliens and dimensions and stuff, right? And thousands of years before Jesus existed and whatnot. But it still aligns with everything that is said in the Bible. She even starts, I think, with 2 books. I don't have them here. Where she got into contact with a soul that was living while Jesus was on earth. And so she got even more info of what happened around him. The Dead Sea Scrolls, you might have heard of that before. If you look at for example, also look at the books that have been banned from the Bible by the church, right? Because the Bible has what? I think 67 books or something like that. I don't remember, 73. Depends on if you are Protestant or Catholic. But the original Bible had, I think, 93 books. And about 10 or 15 were removed by the church over the years. And you would ask, why would the church, some mere mortals, some humans, decide what is the word of God and what isn't? Right? That's kind of weird. Except, of course, they obviously wanted to have more power. Because all the books they removed talk about personal power and how to gain that, how to manifest things into reality. It's all in the original books of the Bible. But of course, back in the days, you wouldn't want to have your regular populace to have that sort of power about their own life and themselves. Because you wanted them to believe in God, heaven and hell as some sort of control mechanism. Yeah, anyway, we can talk about this for hours. It's a huge rabbit hole. Anyway.
Some of you must have managed to survive.
Through the Citadel, the Reapers had access to all our records, maps, census data. Information is power, and they knew everything about us.
Yeah, but one guy could still survive, right?
Their fleets advanced across every settled region of the galaxy. Some worlds were utterly destroyed. Others were conquered, their populations enslaved. These indoctrinated servants became sleeper agents under Reaper control. Taken in as refugees by other Protheans, they betrayed them to the machines.
I see.
Within a few centuries, the Reapers had killed or enslaved every Prothean in the galaxy. They were relentless, brutal, and absolutely thorough.
Yeah, but I would think that there's at least some guy who's basically just a nomad flying through space with his ship. I can probably scan for that ship. Oh shit, yeah, that probably works. I don't know. Fascinating. Thanks for explaining your foundation for your beliefs. It's a big claim, so when someone says something with conviction, I want to check out their genesis regardless if I believe. Yeah, absolutely. And this is what I said. Don't just believe what I'm saying. Look it up for yourself. Don't just blindly believe things. Because if there's one thing wrong with the world these days, then that people blindly believe things too fast. Basically, people just read a headline and then take it as gospel, right? That's really the big problem these days. Nobody really does critical thinking. And that's sort of what I did for many years also when I was learning about all these things. I was thinking, can this even make sense with the reality we live in, right? And the beliefs we have and everything that is happening. And the more I read, the more everything makes sense. It's so crazy how this is... Like, this spans literally everything. All the wars that happened in the past. What is currently happening, for example, as well. Why we are here, right? Why we are doing the things we are doing. What the end purpose of humanity actually is, for example. Who God is, that was very fascinating. I know which book this was it? I think it was The Convoluted Universe 2, I believe. I think this one. Anyway, I don't know if it's this one, but it's definitely worth reading. It's pretty thick, as you can tell. But The Convoluted Universe is 5 books of this size. I'm currently reading the 4th. This was the 2nd. Life on other planets. Oh yeah, other beings on other planets. This was also very interesting. And one of the most interesting things I've ever read in these books was the theory or reality, I don't know if it is. What they said, when someone makes a movie or a game like this one, for example, or writes a book with a fascinating story, what is actually happening here is not that they created this in their mind. This happened somewhere in another dimension or maybe even in real life, and they were just remembering this out of their soul. That I found to be a crazy claim. So basically what they're saying is that anything like Mass Effect, not like 100% of it, but let's say 70% of how the world is set up in Mass Effect actually happened in the real world. Or in any of the million dimensions we live in. There's some crazy stuff in there. And again, choose for yourself if you believe in it or not, but... Because this is the funny thing, because I've been doing this with these games for quite a bit now. I've been playing through a bunch of games with these kind of topics. And every time I've been playing through these games, and they tackle on some deep topics, like especially Mass Effect, but also Nier Automata was a big one. What was the other one? Metal Gear Solid, and also just recently, Control. They perfectly described what was already in those books. What they were explaining about another dimension or another reality where these exact things happen. I was like, what the hell, man? How can that be? Unless, of course, it's true. Because maybe there's another explanation. Maybe it's just complete coincidence. But I don't buy into this anymore, honestly. So many coincidences happened in my life that I just don't want to believe it anymore. Even, that's the crazy thing, even Because this is something that guys usually don't like. It's astrology, right? It's a women's thing, right? Oh yeah, the moon is this and that, and this is why I feel this way today. But that's of course just a surface level bullshit. What they do a lot in these books is, if you do astrology, you have to take into account all the planets we have. They exert energies. A simple example is, for example, the moon. The moon controls the tides, right? Through its power, through its like magnetic field and whatnot. The body, our body is 70 to 80% water, right? Wouldn't it make sense if the moon controls water bodies on Earth that it also has some, at least slight influence on our bodies? It's just a question. You can think of this for yourself. If you believe in it or not, it's fine. But that made me think, okay, maybe these planets, since they radiate energies outward, maybe these energies have an effect on us. And this is the crazy part. If you do astrology right, it actually predicted my wife cheating on me correctly up to 3 weeks. Like there was a 3-week window where it says there is a chance of infidelity in that window in your relationship. And in those exact 3 weeks, my wife cheated on me. Coincidence? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway. This is the question. Why do they do this?
What do the Reapers get out of this? Why do they keep repeating this pattern of genocide over and over?
The Reapers are alien, unknowable. Perhaps they need slaves or resources. More likely they are driven by motives and goals organic beings cannot hope to comprehend.
Well, we can try though.
What does it matter? Your survival depends on stopping them, not in understanding them.
I hate this kind of straw man here, right? Of course it doesn't matter, you just have to survive, but I still won't understand why they do it. There must be an ulterior motive. But it's basically the same as asking why God does XYZ things, right? The classic old trope, for example, why is there bad in the world, right? If God exists, and if he is a good God, then why do we have to suffer through so many things in our lives, right? There's many answers, but there's also an answer in these books, for example. And the answer is, in this case, you are not your body, right? You are a soul, which is a spark of God, of light, of God, yeah. A godly spark, basically. And that's just energy. And this is currently driving this flesh vehicle here on Earth, right? It's just my body. I'm not my body, I'm the soul, and I'm driving this in this current lifetime, okay? Or using it as a vehicle, a vessel for my consciousness, if you want. And on Earth, we are only here to experience what physicality means, because as a soul we don't have this. We can be anywhere at any instance we want, at any time, it doesn't matter. You can just think it and then you're there. And with the physicality you have restrictions, and this is sort of an experience you can gain from that. And this is sort of the main idea of it. God sent us, all these souls out, splintered off of him, into the universe, to gain experiences of different kind of things that can happen. And then, because after we're done with our thing, as a soul, we come back one with Source, and basically become one with God again. Which, as you know, if you know your Bible, is exactly also what the Bible talks about. Like sitting next to God again, in the end, in heaven. Same thing. And we were made in his image, or we splintered off of him, if you want. Right? The same thing. So anyway, and this helped me a lot actually to understand life better, because many think, okay, if everything just sucks, why am I even doing this, right? But I think if you understand that you are just a soul trying to gain an experience, and you chose this yourself. Everything that's happening in your life, your soul chose for you to happen. You even did contracts with other souls. For example, I did with my ex-wife, that she would cheat on me, and I would have this experience, and she would have that experience. That was predetermined before we incarnated on Earth. So we get this experience sort of under our belt as our soul, And then we can move on next life or do something else, somewhere completely else, whatnot. I don't know. So it's all about just about experiencing life as it is, the physical life as it is. That is the meaning of life. It doesn't mean you stupidly run into everything, right? Just the YOLO kind of thing. This is what women usually then use to fuck a bunch of chats. Say, YOLO, I only live once, so I'm just gonna take out all dick that I can get. Yeah, that's really not the solution. It just means you want to have the experiences. It doesn't mean you do everything stupidly, right? But this helped for me a lot. I'm actually not afraid of death at all because I know I just dropped my physical body and my soul keeps on living. It doesn't matter. And if anything you learn from these books, then you have done this already 1,000 times in other lives. It doesn't matter whatsoever. Alan Watts has a different take that doesn't have to use soul as a separate mechanism. We are the whole cosmos and one organism. In that reality, then you are also just an individual as a mechanism to experience the cosmos one at a time. Difficult to discuss without qualifying soul and God. Yeah, it's true. Maybe that's just semantics, though, for being honest, because he's basically saying that the soul is everything, right? The whole cosmos is one within the soul, right? And I'm basically saying that the soul is a spark of God, but that also means that everything is already within you. Maybe that's just semantics and it means the same. I don't know, maybe. I have looked a little bit into Alan Watts. I've read a book of him, of his, The Way of Zen, I believe it was. It was also a great book. And all the religions basically also come down to the same solution in the end. That is that life is to be focused around love and forgiveness. That's what every religion comes down into, or like boiled down into in the end. Because it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things what happens here on Earth, basically. But this is what I love about Mass Effect, this kind of thought train. Exactly. This is what I love, these kind of games. And I've been in love with Mass Effect ever since I started. Absolutely amazing. Not just because I'm a massive geek for the whole space stuff and spaceships and all that, but also because of these topics with the books, etc. With the canon teachings. I can only assume what 2 and 3 have in store for us. But I was wondering, do you know of any other games that are on a similar level as Mass Effect? Because that is exactly my style. To sort of tackle these kind of topics. I mean, as I said, I loved Nier Automata. It has a bit of a different spin, but it also does go well into, I mean, AI obviously, but also the nature of existence and the meaning of life and cycles. It's kind of cool, actually. I like the game a lot. Great game. I still want to play Returnal eventually. Exodus looked very good. I actually checked out the trailer. I know who said it. Some of you guys said I should check out Exodus, the trailer, which is basically the guys who made Mass Effect making a new game. That trailer looked amazing. Exactly what I love. Just need to play Star Wars Fallen. What was it? Fallen Survival? Something like that. It's Fallen Order and Survival. Bunch of great games still coming. And Cyberpunk, right? Cyberpunk. I never played Cyberpunk. Can you believe it? Can you believe that? They're gonna do it. I want to do it with these overly crazy realism mods, though. I want to play it the first time absolutely modded out. I want to see what that is like. Anyways, why did they leave?
I don't understand. Where did the Reapers go after they conquered your people?
Our worlds were stripped bare, harvested by the indoctrinated slaves. Everything of value, all resources, all technology was taken. Certain that all advanced organic life had been extinguished, the Reapers retreated back through the Citadel relay into dark space, sealing it behind them. All evidence of the Reaper invasion had been wiped away. Only their indoctrinated slaves were left behind, abandoned.
And what did they do?
Mindless husks, no longer capable of independent thought. The indoctrinated soon starved or died in exposure. The genocide of the Protheans was complete.
That's crazy.
You said you brought me here for a reason. Tell me what I need to do.
The conduit is the key. Before the Reapers attacked, we Protheans were on the cusp of unlocking the mysteries behind mass relay technology. Ilos was a top-secret facility. Here, researchers worked to create a small-scale version of a mass relay, one that linked directly to the Citadel, the hub of the relay network.
The conduit is not a weapon. It is a backdoor onto the Citadel.
How did you manage to stay hidden?
All official records of our project were destroyed in the initial attack on the Citadel. While the Prothean Empire came crashing down, Ilos was spared.
Why is that?
We severed all communication with the outside, and our facility went dark. The personnel retreated underground into these archives. To conserve resources, everyone was put into cryogenic stasis. I was programmed to monitor the facility and wake the staff when the danger had passed. But the genocide of an entire species is a long, slow process. Years passed, decades, centuries. The Reapers persisted, and my energy reserves were dwindling.
How did you survive?
I began to disable the life support of non-essential personnel.
Oh, damn.
First support staff, then security.
I see.
One by one, their pods were shut down to conserve energy. Eventually, only the stasis pods of the top scientists remained active. Even these were in danger of failing when the Reapers finally retreated back through the Citadel relay.
There were hundreds of stasis pods out there. You just shut them down? You killed them?
Yeah, but I understand you, LIARA, but yeah, it was necessary. Absolutely. Welcome, Tanakis. Welcome back. Because the survival, like, you see, they're not seeing the bigger picture here again. This is actually sometimes, I feel sometimes like this. Like I'm with some of these weird, emotionless beings. Because I immediately understood why he did that. Right? Because the survival of this knowledge that he is currently giving to us is much more important than thousands of these people. Because if you don't stop the cycle, it will just repeating itself. And if there's even a slight chance that he gets through to us so we can stop it, then it's totally worth thousands of people dead. Absolutely. Of course that sucks for the people that are dead. But the survival of the general, whichever species is at that point the successful one, is much more important. Unless, of course, it's the old... Basically, you could see this as humanity rebelling against bad gods, if you want. Because these godlike beings, they decided that it's best to kill every species whenever it gets too advanced. And as it said, we don't know why they do it. Maybe they even have a very good reason for that. And we just can't see it. But obviously, survival being the main force for any organic being, I would say. You gotta do your best. But this was absolutely necessary.
You couldn't let everyone die. Better to sacrifice some so others could live.
This outcome was not completely unforeseen. My actions were a result of contingency programming entered on my creation.
I bet they didn't tell the non-essential staff about this emergency.
I saved key personnel. When the Reapers retreated, the top researchers were still alive. My actions are the only reason any hope remains.
Exactly.
When the researchers woke, they realized the Prothean species was doomed. There were only a dozen individuals left, far too few to sustain a viable population. Yet they vowed to find some way to stop the Reapers from returning. A way to break the cycle forever. And they knew the Keepers were the key.
I don't know, if you said a dozen people survived. Let's just say there are some women, some men within that, however the Protheans reproduced. It would take a while, but it would be enough to repopulate your species. I mean, 2 people would be enough if they can have children, right? Also, you can do both. I mean, they can find a way to break the cycle forever and fuck it out basically, and have kids. I mean, both works. Anyway, what about the conduit?
I still don't understand what's going on here. Why is Saren trying to find the conduit?
The conduit gives him access to the Citadel and the Keepers. The Keepers are controlled by the Citadel. Before each invasion, a signal is sent through the station compelling the Keepers to activate the Citadel relay.
Oh, but why? Or by whom?
After decades of feverish study, the scientists discovered a way to alter this signal. Using the conduit, they gained access to the Citadel and made the modifications. This time, when Sovereign sent the signal to the Citadel, the Keepers ignored it. The Reapers are trapped in dark space.
Oh. Because I was wondering. So basically what he's saying is that the Reapers are in stasis forever until they are activated through the signal. And that made me wonder. That means that someone would have to send that signal. I guess that's the Sovereign guy. Who did this every time, huh? He's the only one still existing within the galaxy. Huh.
Saren can use the conduit to bypass all the Citadel's external defenses.
Correct. And once inside, he can transfer control of the station to Sovereign. Sovereign will override the Citadel systems and manually open the relay. And the cycle of extinction will begin again.
So basically, the Protheans already solved it. We just need to stop Saren from overriding it again. Because he already sent the signal, but it didn't work. And he needs the conduit to make it happen.
I'll stop Saren. Just tell me how.
There's a data file in my console. Take a copy when you go. When you reach the Citadel's master control unit, upload it to the station. It will corrupt the Citadel's security protocols and give you temporary control of the station. It might give you a chance against Sovereign.
Wait, where's the Citadel's master control unit? I've never heard of anything like that.
Through the conduit, follow Saren. He will lead you to your destination.
Wait, so we have to go back to the Citadel where we just ran out of?
What happened to the survivors from the Conduit project?
They used the conduit to gain access to the Citadel, but the conduit is only a prototype. The portal only links in one direction, so they were trapped on the station. I do not know what became of them then. It is unlikely they found any food or water on the station. I fear they suffered a slow, grim death. I only know they succeeded in their mission to seal the relay. Your presence here proves their sacrifice was not in vain.
If the Reapers are trapped in dark space, how did Sovereign get here?
It is logical to assume the Reapers would leave one of their own
I see, okay.
after each extinction. A sentinel to pave the way for their inevitable return. Like those in dark space, Sovereign probably spent most of the last 50,000 years in a state of hibernation. Periodically, it would wake to analyze the situation. Keeping its existence hidden, it would evaluate the state of galactic civilization. And when the time was right, it would signal the Citadel and usher in the next Reaper invasion. But this time the signal failed. The Keepers did not respond. Sovereign's allies were trapped in the void. Alone, it was forced to try and discover what had gone wrong.
Sovereign's the largest ship in the galaxy. Why all this secrecy? Why not just attack the Citadel?
Sovereign is not invincible. Revealing its true nature would have united the forces of
True.
every organic species against it. Even a Reaper couldn't survive such odds. But the Reapers are patient. They will not rush into the unknown. Sovereign could have been planning this for centuries, moving deliberately, gathering allies. Slowly, it has assembled the pieces of the puzzle, working through agents to keep itself hidden. Saren is the most visible pawn of the Reapers, but I doubt he was the first. Now Sovereign has grown bold. Whether from confidence or desperation, I cannot say. But it is determined to reopen the portal to dark space.
That's kind of a shitty existence also, isn't it? If you think about it. For Saren here. Or the Reapers in general. They just sleep for 50,000 years. Then they are being awoken to eradicate every living being that there is. And then they go back to sleep. What a great way to live, isn't it? Maybe they actually hate what they're doing, but they just don't know better. Because I often think intelligence also has dangerous drawbacks. If you see everything only from a logical standpoint, that closes you off to other realities. I mean, the simplest example would be what we talked about earlier, right? With the Dolores Cannon teachings in Atlantis and whatnot. Since there is no scientific way yet to prove that, even though it's actually just recently they came forth and said they can scientifically prove different dimensions. Right? And Trump is about to release some alien files or whatnot. Which, by the way, he only does to hide the Epstein files, but that's a different topic. And so the things we don't understand yet, or the things we don't understand and see as magic or woo-woo or bullshit, usually is just we don't understand it yet. Because we don't have the technology yet. Because science usually is behind these things. Like if you show someone from the 1930s a smartphone, they would say it's magic. Or let's say the medieval times, and they only had swords and shields, and you come in there, landing in the middle of their village with a chopper, guns blazing, they would call you a god. Right? Or a devil, a demon, whatever it is. It's just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And this is the problem with intelligence very often, when you look at everything only through the logic, or the aperture of logic, I would say, that closes you off to other realities that are possible. So in this case, it could also mean, since these Reaper beings are apparently super highly advanced and super highly intelligent and whatnot, it could also just mean that they don't see that there could be another way to live life. And that maybe God, who is above everything of all this, actually has a plan that a new species gets into this realm, which also has emotions and understanding of not just the logical. And the time of the Reapers is over. Maybe. Just a thought, right? Just guessing into the blue there. Could be, or they know something we don't know. And it's actually better if that species dies every cycle. Could be, right? But that's what you see often with people that are, not often, but I mean, that's, I think, pretty clearly displayed every time you have a movie or a game where there is a villain that is highly intelligent. The logic is, of course, correct to an extent, but it lacks the heart to really make sense. For example, Thanos, right? It's the classic one from Marvel. He is, of course, correct that if life isn't contained to an extent, then it might destroy planets and worlds, etc. But the solution isn't to then coldly just kill half of the population or on the universe. It doesn't solve anything, right? And this is sort of he's highly intelligent and understands things that other people don't understand, but he's also rationalizing his own belief into being the only correct one. So yeah. Anyway, quite the off-topic rant here. Scientists keep us.
If the Reapers are trapped in dark space, how did Sovereign get here?
It is logical to assume.
Oh yeah,
but
sorry.
This time the signal failed.
What about the beacon on Eden Prime and the one on Vermeer? What were they for?
At our apex, the beacons spanned the breadth of our empire. We used them as a single galaxy-wide network to transmit data and communications rapidly from world to world. Virtually all the beacons were destroyed during the invasion, but once the Reapers were gone, the survivors here on Ilos decided to risk sending out a message. We knew it was unlikely there were other survivors. But if there were, we wanted them to know about Ilos. We wanted to give them hope. So a message was sent across the network.
There's another question I have. Because the Reapers are wiping out every species pretty much, but then how does civilization come back every time? Or life for that matter, right? Where does it spring from? And even if it does, let's say it's just randomly life just keeps happening regardless of how many times they try to reset the cycle. Wouldn't they at some point think, okay, maybe we just can't stop that? Maybe it just should life be as it is.
You could have exposed yourself to the Reapers.
In truth, we didn't expect any of the beacons would still function, but we had to try. If there were survivors, we had to reach them. The message was meant for our own people. It was coded so only organic beings could interpret it. We still didn't understand the power of Reaper indoctrination. We never realized it could lead an agent of the machines, like Saren, to this world. But it has also led you here. So perhaps we did not fail after all.
What a great story, man. Okay. Do we have everything? Keepers.
So when the Reapers created the Citadel, they created the Keepers as well?
A more likely scenario is that the Keepers were one of the early harvested civilizations. Perhaps the very first. Perhaps they responded well to indoctrination, or the Reapers simply bred them to be obedient. In any case, they were left behind to operate and maintain the Citadel. But the Keepers are no longer directly controlled by Sovereign or its ilk. They evolved so that they only respond to the signals emitted by the Citadel itself. When the Protheans altered the Citadel's signals, they broke Sovereign's hold over the Keepers. Now, they are completely harmless.
Are they though?
Sovereign must have realized that organic races were difficult to control.
A likely hypothesis. The Keepers evolved in an unanticipated direction. Non-organic servants like the Geth would be more predictable.
I keep forgetting that the Reapers are a machine race. Basically an AI, I guess? Right?
Saren's got enough of a head start. Grab that data file and let's go.
Shepard, are you sure? Who knows how much longer Vigil will be here? Even now the projection is weak. This might be our only chance to speak with it, our only link to the knowledge of the Protheans. It is the opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah, I did everything already. We talked about everything. Are you insane?
I'm sorry, LIARA. We have to stop Saren. Nothing else matters.
You are right. I am sorry. My personal feelings clouded my judgment. We should go.
No need to be sorry.
The one you call Saren has not reached the conduit. Not yet. There is still hope if you hurry.
I did get Renegade for this? Interesting.
I wish I had more time to study all of this.
I asked him everything we could, okay? Literally. Because of course I want to know all of it. So all good. Very interesting, okay.
All their culture, all their advanced technology, and the Protheans were taken in by the Reapers just as we were.
They didn't though.
The Protheans did not fail. They gave us a chance. It falls to us to make the most of it.
Yep.
So I suggest we hurry.
Absolutely. What an amazing story though. Ow. Huh. Alright. Whoa, what the hell? This is such a cool level. Big red enemies. Can't see him though. What? Oh, there we are. Eat shit. Colossus! 6 and 8. We're good. Easy. Easy game. I wonder if we ever get to learn why the Reapers are doing this. Probably not. I mean, I don't know if the devs thought of a reason why. Because we would have to make up a reason why this is happening. Why they're doing it. Ow. Rocket launcher man out here, everywhere. Wait. This is where I came from, right? Trench run. What the hell is this?
There, the conduit.
Oh.
It's incredible.
We don't have time to admire the view. We have to get through that relay, and these Geth aren't gonna make it easy on us.
He's right. Uh-oh. That's Saren, isn't it? With a bunch of Geth. Damn. I guess the council should have listened, huh?
Activate the defenses. Seal the station.
The arms aren't moving. System's not responding.
Abandon the Citadel. Evacuate the council.
Citadel control. Citadel control. Do you copy?
Hmm. What? 40 seconds? I guess I don't even fight these guys, huh?
Things are gonna get a little rough.
Miss me, bitch. I'm just going straight through it, I don't care. Complete Ilos, okay. Meritorious service medal, what the hell?
Critical failures detected across all monitored systems.
Mm.
Please begin emergency evacuation.
Nice. No, the good Mako. Damn, all cool car. Alright, the Citadel doesn't look as good anymore.
Critical failures detected across all monitored systems. This is not a drill.
The hell?
The Presidium is experiencing severe system malfunctions across the entire level. All non-emergency personnel must evacuate immediately.
Give me a rundown of the damage.
We have lost all primary power to the level. Environmental controls are not responding. Class 3 fires are burning in sectors 2, 3, 6, and 7. Civilian casualties are high. I am also detecting numerous unauthorized synthetic life forms throughout the station. They are believed to be hostile. Please approach with caution.
Why are you facing the other way, though?
Come on. We need to stop Saren before it's too late.
Please begin emergency evacuation.
Yeah.
This is not a drill.
Do not use elevator in case of fire. Right? I like how chill you guys are. It's all fine. Right? You can handle it. Damn, why are you killing the keepers? Oh, it's...
The Citadel's closing. They're sealing the station.
I thought it's closing so it can be used as a relay.
Don't let the enemy ships inside the arms.
Yeah, I know about that. That ship is massive, man. Well. Okay, the Citadel is also a lot bigger than I thought.
Saren's locked the elevator. Suit up! We're going outside!
Alright. That looks interesting. Very cool. Very cool. What? Oh, I see. Oh yeah, we are in there's of course no gravity here. True. I was wondering why he was flying like that, but of course. Or at least only slight gravity, I guess. Clear. Have to do it like this.
Clear.
Oh boy, big man. Hit him. Goodbye. All right. I rarely use the special abilities of my people. I should really do this more often. This is so cool though. Who's jamming my radar all the time, by the way? Cunt.
Area secure.
Area secure. That was some bad aim. Been flying.
All clear.
What the hell?
All clear.
Geth dropship. I can't really do damage to it, can I? What's this? Oh, can. Ow. Doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, where's the shield thingy? Sabotage. Wrong gun. Damn, there's a lot of enemies. I don't do any damage to it, do I?
Charging up.
Oh, I don't need to. Okay, I see how this works. I just need to defend it long enough. I see. These guys are shooting it. Alright, gotcha. Almost. Alright, goodbye. Peace off, bitch. Right. Isn't there another? There he is. I knew it. Kicked him right in his face. How many are coming? What the hell? What the hell? All right. The hell is this? I assume I can't destroy this. Maybe I can? Oh, we can. Never mind. My lady needs some healing out there. Dude, don't stand in the... Okay. Be careful. That's close. LIARA, please. What are you doing?
I'll be okay.
Wait, what? You died instantly again? Okay. Take a shot every time the music has a crescendo. I think I'm gonna be very drunk if I do this. Wait, how did she come back? I thought... What? Whatever. Let's heal up. What are we shooting at? This thing, I see. Good stuff. Oh, there we go. Didn't even see him. I was wondering, what are you guys shooting at even?
All clear.
All clear. Oh, I can save for once. Nice. Big ship is big. We are underneath the scrotum of the enemy, basically. Kinda. Why do you say that?
A spacewalk up the side of the Citadel. You certainly like to keep things interesting, Commander.
Yeah, you're welcome. Access hatch, alright. Oh, is that the tower? I think it is, right? Ramp. Medic gel. This sniper is insane. Guys, stop shooting through walls. It's pointless. Right in the balls. If you can hit anything at least. Then it's pretty good. I didn't even make the sound. Wait, what? That'll be good.
Clear.
Clear. There he is. Oh, bitch. What? There we go.
I was afraid you wouldn't make it in time, Shepard.
Of course we have time to talk.
In time for what?
The final confrontation. I think we both expected it would end like this. You've lost. You know that, don't you? In a few minutes, Sovereign will have full control of all the Citadel systems. The relay will open. The Reapers will return.
I've still got a few tricks up my sleeve.
You survived our encounter on Vermeer, but I've changed since then. Improved.
Really?
Sovereign has upgraded me.
Fancy hardware is not gonna save you.
I suppose I should thank you, Shepard. After Vermeer, I couldn't stop thinking about what you said. About Sovereign manipulating me. About indoctrination. The doubts began to eat away at me. Sovereign sensed my hesitation. I was implanted to strengthen my resolve. Now my doubts are
Okay, so basically we're indoctrinated even harder.
I understand that the Reapers need organics. Join us, and Sovereign will find a place for you too.
It would be funny if you could If you could just choose here, okay, I'm gonna join you and then the game's over. Just alright, done, I give up. That would be funny actually. The Reapers need organics, but for what?
Sovereign's controlling you through your implants. Don't you see that?
The relationship is symbiotic. Organic and machine intertwined. A union of flesh.
Yeah. We've heard this a lot
the
before.
Strengths of both, the weaknesses of neither.
Yeah, of course.
I am a vision of the future, Shepard. The evolution of all organic life. This is our destiny. Join Sovereign and experience a true rebirth.
Sovereign hasn't won yet. I can stop it from taking control of the station. Step aside and the invasion will never happen.
We can't stop it. Not forever. You saw the visions. You saw what happened to the Protheans. The Reapers are too powerful.
I wonder if you can actually talk him out of it. If your Paragon's high enough. I doubt it, but that's right.
Some part of you must still realize this is wrong. You can fight this.
Maybe you're right. Maybe there is still a chance for the implants. Sovereign is too strong.
Much like
Sorry.
Benezia. Huh?
It is too late for me.
It's not over yet. You can still redeem yourself.
Goodbye, Shepard. Thank you.
For what? Oh, damn. Why'd he do that? What the hell? That was unexpected. Oh, Paragon. I guess he did this because he knew he couldn't escape the implants, basically. Okay, I see. Makes sense.
Vigil's data file worked. I've got control of all systems.
Quick, open the station's arms. Maybe the fleet can take Sovereign down.
See if you can open a communications channel.
The Destiny Ascension. Main drives offline. Kinetic barriers down 40%. The Council is on board. I repeat, the Council is on board.
Normandy to the Citadel. Normandy to the Citadel. Please tell me that's you, Commander.
He did what you were hoping for. You tagged him out of it. It's true. Yeah, I did. Yeah, correct. It actually worked. I just wasn't expecting him to then kill himself. But it makes sense because he did realize that even if he now quickly has control over himself for a second, much like the matriarch Benezia, right? That eventually it will take over again. So his only choice was to kill himself. I did not expect him to make this decision that quickly, but then again, he's a Spectre, right? He's a man of action.
I'm here, Joker.
We caught that distress call, Commander. I'm sitting here in the Endura sector with the entire Arcturus fleet. We can save the Ascension. Just unlock the relays around the Citadel and we'll send the cavalry in.
Do it.
Are you really willing to sacrifice human lives to save the Council, Shepard?
This is bigger than humanity.
Of course, yeah.
Sovereign is a threat to every organic species in the galaxy.
The Council must be sacrificed for the greater good. Don't waste your reinforcements. Hold them back until the Citadel arms open up. Save the human fleet to attack Sovereign.
What's the order, Commander? Come in now to save the Ascension, or hold back?
Wait. The Ascension is where the Council sits on, right? I'll be honest. I'll be very honest. I don't give a fuck about the Council. Not at all. If I've learned anything in history of humanity, for that matter, or the universe, I guess, and whenever a situation like this arises, then there would just be a new council, a new government built upon the ashes of the old one. And the key thing here is the Sovereign, obviously. Do I care about 3 people in the council surviving over the entire galaxy? Are you guys crazy? Who gives a fuck? Concentrate on Sovereign.
Wait until those arms open, Joker. We need all our ships focusing on Sovereign, even if it means sacrificing the Council.
A sacrifice for the greater good. I only pray it is not made in vain.
All Alliance ships, hold formation. Wait for a shot at Sovereign. Nothing else matters. I repeat, nothing else matters.
This game is so epic. What the fuck, man? I love this. I live for this kind of stuff.
Commander, we're picking up reinforcements.
It's the Alliance. Open a comm channel. This is the Ascension. We're taking heavy damage. Guardian defenses are over. Kinetic barriers are offline.
Commander, they closed the channel.
I'm sorry, but there's more important matters to attend to. That ship truly is massive, dude. I wonder if you could have saved him, but meh. I'm not gonna risk that.
Make sure he's dead.
I mean, he shot himself in the head. Well, I mean, I don't know. Life forces cruel choices, right? That's what it is.
He's dead.
Uh-oh. Well, about that. Oh, okay, never mind. Ha!
I am sovereign.
Oh.
And this station is mine.
I was thinking if that's him. Oh, we got nothing? Okay, sabotage, and I go with this. Where are you coming from? Shit. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to do this. Yeah, I made a mistake, a dreadful one. How is... Oh, I see what's happening. I was gonna say, why can't I not shoot? They sabotaged my gun. Where is he? Bitch. That's a lot of ships. I should be able to deal with this thing. Oh, maybe not. Damn.
Sovereign's too strong. We have to pull back. Negative. This is our only chance. Take that monster down no matter what the cost.
Yeah, I agree. Now it's the only time. I'm stuck.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. Recharge the shields, bitch. Actually, do we still have a sabotage? There we go. That's weapons. Give me a singularity, my lady. And do we have... Oh, yeah. Wait, where is he? Too fast. Holy! Be careful, guys! Actually, can make us immune, right? I actually gotta heal a lady.
Good to go.
What the? All right. Where did he go now?
Uh-oh. Its shields are down. Now's our chance.
Hit it with everything we got.
Well, you weren't doing this before that?
Hard on my flank. We're going in.
For the organic beings. Oh shit.
Captain Anderson, we found them. They're in here.
Wait, he's captain again?
It's over. You're safe now. Where's the commander?
Wait, what? We're not dead, are we? There we go. What a legend. That music, man. It was epic.
We got your message, Ambassador. What's all this about?
No need to get worked up, Captain. I'd like to end this meeting with all my teeth still in place.
You should thank me for what I did. If the Normandy was still grounded, we'd all be dead right now.
I understand, Captain. You did what you had to do. That's not why you're here. We need to talk about what happened to the Council.
Commander Shepard did the right thing. We had to hold our fleet back to go after Sovereign. It was the only way.
I agree, but this also presents us with an opportunity. The Citadel fleets were decimated in the attack. Their losses have made the Alliance stronger. They can't rebuild without us. We need to take the lead in forming a new council. One with a human chairman at its head.
I don't think that's how you should do it. I mean, I get it, right? History is written by the winners. But it could also look like we intentionally let them die just so we can take the place.
This wasn't some plan for the Alliance to seize
Exactly.
power. Forcing the other races to accept our leadership is going to cause problems.
The other species are scared. They've never faced anything like this before. They don't know what to do. They want us to step
Well,
up.
that's different.
They believe in us because of you, Shepard. You saved the galaxy from Sovereign. You're a symbol of everything good about humanity. Our courage, our strength.
I think our biggest strength is our curiosity,
The
actually.
other races look up to us now. They won't just accept our leadership.
Ah, there we go.
They'll welcome it.
That's different.
Given everything you've done, Commander, the Alliance will want to know who you think our Council Chairman should be.
Well, that's a very easy choice. Very easy. Because Udina have been a complete ass the entire time. A complete ass the entire time. And if anything, Captain Anderson probably doesn't want it to be, so he's the right one who should be. Absolutely. That's what you get, Udina. If you're being an ass, then people don't think about you.
We're about to go into war. We need someone with military experience. Someone like Captain Anderson.
You make a good case. Captain, are you ready for this?
I don't know if any of us are ready for this. But I'll do
I was not expecting Udina
So what happens now?
to give up so easily.
The Reapers are still out there. They're coming. And I'm gonna find some way to stop them.
But they're not coming yet. Since nobody's here to call them, right?
Shepard's right. We're headed for war with the Reapers. If we lose, it's the end of all life as we know it. We have to show the rest of the galaxy what it takes to survive. With the support of the other races, we can win this battle. With them behind us, we can stand against the Reapers' return and drive them back into dark space.
Damn, I have goosebumps. What a great game. What a great game. So epic. An epic space sci-fi. 10-10 game, gentlemen. 10-10 game. That was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. I was not expecting that, honestly. That the story went so deep. I thought it was just more like a... I thought, when I got into this game, I was thinking it's more of a just space shooter kind of thing. It was actually the opposite. It was mostly deep topics about race, aliens, politics, humanity, science, spirituality, like everything. That was amazing. That was amazing. Congrats on finishing the first one. It will only get better from here. I've been told that, yeah. Oh, the music is very loud. Let me turn this a little bit. And yeah, obviously, Anderson, obviously. I've never seen anyone pick Udina on the first playthrough. Yeah, I mean... I don't know, if you pick Udina here, then something's wrong with you, honestly. I feel like. Because, I don't know. He's been an ass pretty much the entire time. How can you choose him? Although, he was much nicer than when I said this, that Anderson should be it. I was expecting some backlash for that. Alright, I guess tomorrow we're going to start the second one then, huh? it would appear. I mean, I think we can still check out a bunch of planets, right? The ending was really epic though. I like this a lot. The epic space battle. While we're fighting that being thingy. Very good. Very good indeed. Yeah, I'm still amazed how many topics this game actually covered. Still kind of crazy to me. Because, yeah, it basically built an entire world in the game. That could be us in the future or not, but it wasn't just a scenario, it was an entire world it built. With all these species, with all the backstories on these species. Every character has a deep backstory. That was crazy good. And crazy deep. And what I find to be pretty crazy is how much voice lines they had to voice actually for this. You basically skipped the first phase since of the Saren boss fight, since you were max Paragon. I didn't have that option in the first playthrough. I punched the report in the face. Why didn't you punch the report in the face though? It was entire first phase. Oh yeah, right. Because he just shot himself, or like killed himself. True. True. The music is amazing, by the way. Great song. Alright, a lot of people worked on this. Oh yeah, it's a legendary edition. I guess the initial game didn't have that many people. Yeah, so I want to give my thoughts in a second after this is run through. Edge of Reality, what is that? That's a great name for a game, isn't it? Edge of Reality. Also, I didn't know you can punch the report in the face. I did not know that works. That's pretty cool though. Okay, so while this is running, let's bring this down a little. So actually hear what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, usually after I play through a game, I sit here and debate a bunch of things back and forth, but I don't really have anything to debate. It's just an amazing game through and through. I liked What did I not like about the game? What did I not like? Nothing really. Hey, Ellen Murray. I punched you in the face because I had to find out what time to shut you up would lead as a conversation option. No reloads. Yeah. That's actually, I like this. You actually have to stick with your decisions. That's a very important life lesson. Oh, that's a bot, isn't it? The next message is gonna be if I want to connect or something on Discord. So anyway, yeah, I can't think of anything I don't like about the game. I'm a human. Well, if that's the case, then welcome. But that's usually how bots start on Twitch. They come in, hey, how are you? And then they bring in, want to connect to Discord? Maybe I was wrong. Then welcome. No, not you. Look on the screen. It's on Twitch. The other guy. Ellen Murray, 23. Sadly, YouTube still has a big delay on chat. I don't know why. Because they did change that. Don't know. I don't know. Twitch chat is much faster for some reason. And the stream looks better on Twitch, which also surprises me. But the YouTube 1080p codec is complete ass. So if you want to have better visual quality, you either have to watch stream on Twitch or you wait for the VODs to be uploaded to YouTube because those will be in 4K resolution. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, there's really nothing bad I can say about the game. I don't even think anything could have been done better. I mean, of course, it's an old game. It's technically 20 years old, even though if it's visually remade, right? Remastered, I should say. And you can tell, it does look very good, but you can of course tell because there's not many objects in the world itself, because back in the days they couldn't do it. The textures are high quality now, but you can tell that it is dated. But it still does look very good actually for the age, I must say. Oh wait, this was done the Unreal Engine, really? Huh. Interesting. Anyway, so yeah, what I really enjoyed, to be honest, to get to the core of this, what I really enjoyed about the game is how important it is. In the sense of everything that is discussed in the game, with the whole racial stuff, the whole politics stuff, how to deal with other people, how to deal with your own problems, like the backstories from the characters. And like, for example, even with the Krogan, right, when they are intentionally suppressed by the galactic whoever, right, the galactic everyone, I guess. That is a very powerful topic. There were so many powerful topics. I mean, you remember when I was playing through this, pretty much every hour or so, I was sitting there for 20 minutes to 30, just talking about all sorts of topics. And this is why I like this game so much. That's what really made it for me, I would say. And because it hits on so many different topics that are still relevant today, even though this game is 20 years old, right? Almost. And especially the whole racial stuff, right, is very important even these days, and how to actually live together with other species in your, like, in a grand galactic space, while still preserving your own culture and your own species and your own race, without being overrun, for example, by the other ones. That is a very powerful topic, and which was very greatly covered in this game. And the overall story I found to be very amazing, even though it really only pulled on in the last 2 hours, I guess. When we actually were talking to this Prothean robot thing, or VI thing. Before that, it was all a bit in the dark what is actually going on exactly. You're basically just chasing around. But the funny thing is, even though you were chasing Saren and all that, it didn't feel like... Like, it didn't feel boring. You were still always on the edge of what's going to happen next. That was actually pretty cool. It was very well written, the story, I must say. Very well written. So... that was done very well. And... I mean, what we're going to see now in the second one, I guess, is especially when I use my save from this one, because Ashley's dead, right? We sacrificed her ass. We got a relationship with LIARA, and we made a choice with Anderson. We made a choice with the council dying. So I assume this all plays a role in the second game. Also, I've been told, which is very cool, actually, if this really works like that. So I'm looking forward to that, which we're then going to do tomorrow, obviously. I'm not going to start the game today. The second one, I should say. So, what else is there to say? I mean, I guess what could be... but that's due to the age of the game. I guess the only thing that was a bit lacking was when you go onto the other planets that are not the main missions. Right? And you land there with your Marco car thingy. Then they were a bit empty, right? You're basically just driving to one of these 3 spots, and then you kill a bunch of people, and then that's it. That was, of course, a bit lacking, but I guess that's due to the age of the game. They didn't have the means back in the days to put that much into these side stories. Then again, I must also say, I'm actually not a fan of these kind of games that have entire games in side quests, because I play games for the narrative. And I actually like linear games, if I'm being honest. I am absolutely open world fatigued, if I'm being honest with you guys. There's so many games that are an open world scenario with like 40 to 100 hours of playtime to get everything. And I just don't want to be there anymore, right? I just want to have a linear story. And maybe I can make choices. That's cool, like in Mass Effect, right? But at least some sort of red thread that pulls me through the story, right? So because I play the games because I want to know what the story is they are trying to tell, right? Clair Obscur, for example, did this very well. It was an open world, but you always had a sort of direction where you wanted to go, right? And where you needed to go, and what was the main story that sort of pulled you along. You could do some side quests, but only a little bit. And in fact, it was actually kind of cool, right? You could explore the map, but not too much, right? Just a little bit. It gave you sort of the idea of open world, but not really. So yeah, thanks again. I had a blast watching you go through it. Hope I get to catch you live tomorrow as well. And yeah, maybe I will jump on Twitch if there is less latency. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, you don't have to. It just takes a little more. Maybe I figure out eventually why YouTube takes so long with chat. I don't know why. Because I set the latency to ultra low. It's the lowest you can set up. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, if you can join in tomorrow, that would be nice. Always great to have Mass Effect veterans on here while I play through this. And yeah. Bing. Pretty much it. Where was I? Also, what's happening now? Oh, okay, we can resume or load. What happens if we resume? Oh, really? Well, that's a bullshit. Alright, exit. Yeah. I thought I can just... oh, it exit the entire game. Nice. I thought it... I can just go back on like the Citadel and do some more side quests. Guess I can't. Well then. If that's the case, then that's for the stream today, because I can't do anything else, sadly. I mean, I could play some No Man's Sky if you want to see me play that, but I don't care. I don't think anyone wants to see that. So we're gonna cut it short today because the game didn't let me do any more side quests. And we're gonna start Mass Effect 2 tomorrow. It's fine. It's all fine. Yeah, very great. Very great. And what I actually liked also a lot was the different sort of... The characters were so great. They had such depth to them, which you rarely get these days in games. Because even the two ladies you can romance, right? For example, Ashley or LIARA, right? They were very different in the spectrum of the female, so to speak, right? Because Ashley was more the kind of upcoming feminist kind of woman. She had some early feminist tropes in her speech. And LIARA is still a very, very submissive, hyper-feminine woman. Which makes sense because DSR apparently are like that. So this is also why I was more drawn to her. But even just that little detail, right? And there were so many little details in this game, character-wise and gameplay-wise and whatnot. So that was amazing. That was very amazing. So yeah. Yeah, sorry for the short stream. I thought the game was going a little bit longer, or I can do more side quests. Apparently we can't, but that's what it is. I hope I see you guys tomorrow when we start Mass Effect 2. The first one was absolutely amazing. 10 game, 100%. Loved every minute of it. I didn't even notice, because some games I was playing, or you play through, you're sort of at the middle of it, you think like, okay, when it's going to be over, because it's going to get a little bit, it's dragging out a little. I felt this, for example, in Final Fantasy VII Remake. The middle part was a bit dragging. I was like, okay, can we get to the point of it already? It's not a bad game, but it felt a little dragged out. I mean, they're turning one game into a trilogy, so I guess that makes sense. In this game, I didn't have this feeling at all. It was constantly just pretty cool what we were doing. Pretty cool and chill. So yeah, that's great. That is great. Anyway, so I'm gonna set up some bunch more videos. I will see you guys then tomorrow for a longer stream than today. And we start a little later. We start at 4 p.m. my time, which should be 2 hours earlier than it is right now. So now, 2 hours earlier, tomorrow, we're gonna start with Mass Effect 2. I hope I see you guys around. Anyone who's here still. And until then, you all have a good time. Great game. And I said this about 1 million times already. So anyway, check out the VODs. Currently uploading Control. Then there's going to be Arkham City. And then we get to Mass Effect. We're slowly picking up. Until then, all have a good time. And bye-bye.